Makes it horrible.
So if you want to start video, I'm just going to simply start at the garage door, make sure it goes up and down. It's
Sure.
Here. They crushed the wash yesterday, so they...
Oh, wait. Hey Doug, we're going to do your walkthrough right now. We're starting in the garage. I'm going to be accompanied by Bob. We're going to go through all the systems in the house and just take a quick look. We'll tape up everything afterwards, so we'll get the punch list a little later. But we're going to give you a good walkthrough right now. So we're starting in the garage. Here's Bob.
Hey Doug, how are you? I'm Bob. What I'm going to basically be doing is I'm just going to go to each infrastructure of the house, symptom, however you want to say it, just to make sure everything's functioning and working great. And then like Lou said, we'll go through and blue tape all the cosmetic issues. There really is not much anything outside of cosmetic that we really have to worry about. This building came together really wonderfully. That being said, I'm going to start with the garage door, going up with it. Just to kind of let you know, you did inherit a junk drawer. You do have two garage door openers. They will be located inside of that junk drawer. For whenever you're, in the earliest convenience, whenever you get down there to do that. Garage door went up fine. Going down fine. So that is your garage door. It does go up and down. The number for on here, if you ever do need any further assistance with anything kind of garage door related, we do have the phone number here located on the back of the door. You do have an access here. You do have a thing that's called an ERV, and it is it works with your HVAC system. So Beazer homes are built very tightly, so it's important that we get fresh air cycled through there, so we're not cycling the same air all the time. And that is what the ERV does, and that is through this access point. There is no storage up there. I do not recommend storing things up there. It's strictly just for maintenance access to service any things that might need serviced up there. There also is another one in the master closet that we'll get to eventually. That being said, that is that. Here's your electrical panel. I know that Phil touched base a little bit on the cards and stuff that I'm going to leave for you. This is the card, so you will have your contacts for each one located here for your main trades. At the bottom here, it does give you the warranty issue after hours emergency number, which everything you're going to need is right here. And then you also do have the customer care number also right here. This documentation here is basically saying that your house is extremely airtight. It's certified, Energy Star certified, etc. We do build a very, very effective, efficient house. Your energy bills will be extremely low. We do go through third-party inspections as far as quality builds. Not only do we have county inspections, we also have a third-party inspections that they come and they have like 130-point check mark that they go through, and they make sure that everything is installed correctly and get a function properly for you in the future. Opening up in here, Phil did mention about our GFCIs, and in here you do have that. At your range, it is a gas range, but I will say that there is a 220 line behind there, so if you didn't like gas and you happen to want an electric stove, you can do that. The breaker is obviously off at this point. Everything is, besides that is labeled in here that's through the house, so there's no guessing and flipping and trying to figure out which one's right and which one's wrong. Great feature that Beazer does with all the GFCI breakers. Typically you should have nothing to really ever worry about in here, and if you do, we do have that warranty side, but everything at this time is working and functioning properly. Up there is your low voltage. Well, it's a transformer. It converts from 110 to low voltage for the doorbell. That is code. That is how they want to see them. You'll see them in all the garages. You do have two switches here. One is going to be the light that's up in your service area, your attic access, and the other one obviously is for in here. Over here, we have your tankless water heater that Phil kind of touched base with on earlier for the warranty side. It is a gas water heater. You do have pressure release here just in case you ever were to build pressure and you need somewhere to go. Everything slopes out of the garage as far as concrete. I set all of these on 120 before you guys move in. 120, you could just leave it there. Every fixture has a mixing valve on it, so you can still control the temperature at the fixtures. 120 is where we need to go. I mean, every house that I've closed previous to this is where they recommend it, and this is where they all been. That is your tank list. We do have to put a baller here to code just so nothing ever drives into the gas thing over here. Over here we have the hurricane shutters. We do live in Myrtle Beach, so there's always a chance of a hurricane here. These will be put on the exterior, on the casing. You can see here that there's little holes and whatnot that screw inside, and one of the cabinets is all the hardware that goes with this in the layout. But it's as simple as just putting a screw through with a washer and then just attaching that to the casing. They're all labeled differently. There's the layout in one of your cabinets. So you just go look at the layout and you come over here and you look at the numbers, and it specifically tells you which window to go to. We will leave you a couple extra pieces of tile in case something does happen. We all know that things happen. This is your main water shut off. Always with the pipe is on, against the pipe is off. So this will shut your house off. There will be another shut off at the road. I really don't think you'll ever need that one. Grand Strand will take care of everything as far as outside goes. Grand Strand Water and Sewer will be your main hub there, and that's actually part of the HOA, all of that stuff. And this is your garage. You do have two windows. I do want to say we do not supply the blinds for the two garage windows. I know that every other homeowner that I've closed does want blinds on those windows, but we do not provide those. Just a heads up, it might not even be a big deal to you, Doug. I will go through, and I just kind of always like to kind of make sure that they open and close fine and they latch fine. Keep in mind too, I noticed you'll see like some of the windows are dirty and stuff. I do have a final clean. I typically do that the day before closing or the day of closing, just because I know that there's gonna be some guys in and out of here doing some light work. So I don't want to give it that real good clean yet until we get closer to that close date. Once again, you'll notice I'll go to every window on here just to make sure it opens and the latch is good, which both of these are perfect. And as far as that goes, that is your garage. Moving into the house, we'll stop in the laundry room. This is your laundry room. Over here to the left, obviously you do have, if you want to take a picture of that, just so when you do get your dryer in here, they can match the plug outlet, your 220 outlet. Here's your ventilation for your dryer. Over here, you do have your hot and cold for the washer. Here's the drain side with the purple glue in there. You'll know which side that is. We did have an instance where the installers put it on the wrong side. There was no drain there, so it soaked everything. So you never know anymore. So you just got to be clear with it. Obviously, your power for the washer. You do have your wired shelf up here. Behind the door, Beezer does a really great thing. We actually install a media panel. So it's kind of like an electrical panel, but it's for all your media. So it would be HTC is your supplier there. I know the HOA does provide basic cable as part of the package. So anything above and beyond that basic cable is something, a service that you'll have to pay the difference for. But this will be their main hub for all that. So all the wires premeditated here. They already have everything in here, ready to go for your router, your Wi-Fi, hotspot, whatever you want to call it. We do give you a chase. This orange tube actually runs up the wall, all the way across the attic, and it runs out the side of the house. Actually, you're on the end unit. It runs out the side of the house, and that's where they'll locate the HTC box. So that way they are not putting excessive holes in the thing and everything else. So they already give you a pull string and everything so they can pull their wire in, for whatever you guys get. It does have an